Morning guys, Ben, the outdoors air gunner out here this morning, and I wanted to take a little bit more time with the Ruger Targis Hunter Max. I've showed you guys a couple videos with this, did some knockdown targets, shot a cottontail, but I've been asked a couple times for a little bit more thorough review, and so that's what we're going to do today. If you want to know more about this Targis Hunter Max, stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are. We've got the Ruger Targis Hunter Max. This is a pretty cool little break barrel rifle. I've actually really enjoyed having this around, enjoyed shooting it. It's got the Ruger branding there, but it's a Umarex rifle. Umarex is who has the license to use the Ruger branding on some of their rifles, and so that's who created this here. Except this is actually a Umarex rifle. So you'll notice a lot of things that this rifle has in common with other Umarex rifles. One of which is of course, these really nice open sights. I enjoy them because they've got the fiber optics, the red fiber optic up front and the green fiber optics in the back. Makes them really easy to find your sight picture in all kinds of lighting conditions. Then, of course, they are adjustable. We've got windage and elevation adjustments here, which is cool. Another thing I kind of like about these type of open sights for break barrels, just a little note for you guys, is that the rear sight is attached to the rear of the barrel. And of course the front sight's attached to the front. Some of the other break barrels that I've shot, this rear sight is attached somewhere on either the tube or the stock here. And what you're going to run into with that is that, potentially if this barrel joint isn't locking up straight and true every single time, then that's going to make a difference of where this is lining up with your sight, if your sight's mounted somewhere back here. Whereas if you've got your sight mounted right there on the rear of the barrel, sort of doesn't matter what angle that connects to this on, as long as you're looking straight through the sights, you're still going to be able to get accuracy out of it, and that's pretty cool. It does come with a bundled optic, and this is really what I've used it with mainly. Is this little Ruger bundled optic. It's just a 3-to-9 power front AO scope. Pretty cool how they had, instead of the dovetail rails like what a lot of air guns have, this actually has like a Weaver Picatinny type of a mount on it, and it really locks that scope in nicely, and you don't have to worry about it shifting around because you've got the little notches that it sits down into, so that's pretty cool. I like the fact that it has the included swivel stud, because for them to go ahead and call this the Targis Hunter Max kind of makes me think that they need to do something to help us hunters out, and these swivel studs definitely help you out when you're out there trying to do some hunting. The stock is just a plastic or sort of composite stock. It's nothing super special, but what I do like about it is that on the grip here, it's got this rubberized grip there, and then same thing on the forestock there, it's got a rubberized grip. It helps you to find the balance point of where you need to hold it very repeatably, because you can kind of learn where those grooves and where that grip sits in your hand, and then you got the balance point of the gun, nice repeatable accuracy. The grip really helps out, and it just sort of feels nice. It's got a nice feel to it. Like I said, it's really pretty lightweight. A lot of other break barrels can tend to be pretty heavy, whereas this one, it is, it's not very heavy, and it has pretty good balance. As you can see, it's pretty well balanced. Now, as far as the accuracy, velocity, I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage from that little accuracy segment that I did. I was also running the chronograph at the same time, and first of all, this thing is not a super high power break barrel. It's decent, it's no slouch, but it's not a super high power break barrel. So it's easy to go ahead and get this thing cocked. It's not difficult. I would say that it's probably maybe a 20-pound cocking effort. It's not that bad at all. Then, of course, for power, it's putting out somewhere around 650 feet a second. I'm using the FIREARMS 16 grain pellets for this group that you guys are watching. And, you know, I've tested a lot of different pellets through this gun. Those FIREARMS 16 grains are just about the same thing as a JSB 1589. JSB is actually who makes those FIREARMS pellets. But for whatever reason, I've found that those FIREARMS 16 grains shoot really well out of this rifle. So the first part of that group, I was just kind of settling in, getting used to how I needed to hold the gun and where my aim point was. I'm shooting at 50 yards here, and you can see that by the end of this group, I was really dialing it in. Each one of those squares on the target represents an inch. And so by the end of the group, I had gotten that group down to about a 2-inch group. And for a very affordable break barrel, I'd say that that was perfectly acceptable. At 50 yards to have a 2-inch group or sub 2-inch group, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. And I know that with a little bit more practice with this gun, I could dial that in even farther. Heck, who knows, maybe there's a better pellet for it as well. But like I said, I have done a lot of testing, and I've found that those FIREARMS 16 grain pellets to really perform well out of this rifle. So there you have it, guys. You got to see some accuracy. You got to see some crony numbers. You got to hear my general impression of the gun and what I like and sort of what kind of key features it has. One other little final note that I'll just throw out there for you guys is that, you know, there's a lot of buzz right now about multi-shot break barrels. Umarex is actually coming out with a multi-shot underlever this year that I'm really excited to get my hands on, because, you know, that multi-shot ability does, you know, give you some advantages. You know, you've got quick follow-up shot ability, but I think that everybody should have a good single shot break barrel in their collection, and here's why. When you're going to shoot something with a magazine, obviously, before you can even shoot it, you have to get that magazine loaded up. Whereas with something like this, super easy to cock. That might not even be 20 pounds. That might be like 15 pounds cocking effort. It's super smooth cocking effort, really easy to do. Anyways, all you got to do, open it up, pop your pellet in, take your shot. Now, for certain situations, that would give you a definite advantage. Out here on the farm, from time to time, there is a, you know, pest animal that might come by. I've got crows that come and bug my chickens and turkeys. We've got mice and rats galore at night. And, you know, sometimes when you see that pest animal, you don't have long enough to go find your mag, get your mag loaded up, get it in there, and then finally take your shot. If you've got this handy and a tin of pellets, all it takes, cock it, stick your pellet in, take your shot. So as far as getting that initial shot off, just a regular old classic break barrel gives you guys a little bit of an advantage in the time. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, like I say, there's a lot of buzz right now about these multi-shot break barrels, but I think that these classic single-shot break barrels still have their place, still have their use, and this is an awesome option. Ruger Targis Hunter Max 22 cal. I'm just really enjoying this guy. So that's it, guys. This has been the Outdoors Air Gunner. Outdoors, having a whole lot of fun with my air guns, and I will see you guys in the next video.